Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a review for something. I don't know what yet because I'm making one opening review for all 6 or 18,000 reviews I have to do today. The title is what this is, or it might be on your screen right here. But again, it's a review, okay? If you have not done so already, please come over to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. If you hear music, it's very possible upstairs neighbor being an asshole right now. We're gonna let him be because I don't care that much, but you know what I'm saying, it ain't me, it's him. Do not forget to also like this video, comment in the comment section, share the video and everything. Let's get to breathing it on now, because I need to breathe it on now because I can hear his music right now. Y'all ready? Inhale, exhale. Okay. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay. And remember to relax, to relate, to release, okay, and to center yourself and anyone around you or above you, okay? You can also follow me on IG on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Okay, let's get started on something. So, first couple up we have is Paul and Karine, okay? Paul and Karine are on their way back to Brazil, to the airport or whatever. Paul is, as usual, scatterbrained all over the place, unorganized. I'm looking like, y'all be having time to pack. How'd you be so unorganized? Get some better luggage. Okay? Anyway, he brings up how he does not know how long they will be in Brazil, okay? You know what I'm saying? All he knows is she want to go back or whatever. And he's just hoping that with them going back to Brazil to visit, that she won't give up on America. Now, Karine has already said she does not want to give up on America, but again, she just needs some time away. She's only been here 2 months, so that's not even longer. I think they should have stayed here 6 months. That's at least enough time to be sure. You know what I'm saying? We need to go back. 2 months is nothing. That's nothing, but I digress or whatnot. So she brings up how she feels like them going back to Brazil will help their relationship. I'm looking like, how? Y'all was fussing and fighting in Brazil. Y'all fussing and fighting in America. Your big issue is he don't have a job here in America. He won't have a job in Brazil. That's the weird. He can't even look for a job in America while he's in Brazil. That's why I think 2 months is not a typical time frame to want someone to get a job. It can take a person like 6, 7 months to find a good job or a job at all. So I do feel like she's being unfair in how quick she wants to go back. But I mean, Paul's an asshole. She should leave him, so it is what it is or whatever. We do see his mom gets to the airport in just enough time to say goodbye to him, her, and the baby. Paul and Karine is a train wreck. And the things that are currently happening with the couple is also what? A train wreck. So again, girl, she should have left him a long time ago, okay? Next up, we have Larissa. Larissa getting up here, getting her nose job and her boob job, okay? She's getting her tits and her nose done. Now, in the car, Aaron like, oh my God, you know, you look so great. You don't need this. Oh my God, don't change your nose. Don't do that. And she's like, I'm going to do it anyway. And he pays for it. He takes her to the place. She gets her tits done, gets her nose done. Now, they tell him it's going to be a couple hours for the surgery. And like 3 hours into it, he's out there all nervous. It's all these precautions, you know, all these things that could go wrong. You know what I'm saying? All these things. I'm going, what's going on? I'm like, bruh, calm down. Surgery is very serious. Yes, it is. But give them time to do the surgery. You walking back and forth ain't gonna help nothing. She getting her a whole new tit and whole new face. It takes time to get this kind of ugly. Okay, anyway, the doctor come out, you know, like 3-4 hours later, like, everything went fine. She did great. She's saying she's in recovery right now. She's still out of it or whatever. We'll come back here and get you in like 25 minutes or whatever. We'll be back here. So it's like 45 minutes later. He's still nervous or whatever. What's going on? Where is she? Are they going to bring her to meet? And they like, sir, we'll bring her out. It's okay. Kind of fuck down or something. He then go outside, walks around to the back of the building that has conveniently the door to get in the building is open, okay? And it says, no one permitted, unless you're accompanied by, hospital staff or whatnot. But he just happens to go back there with the goddamn camera crew and gets in. And he's like in the back. And he can like see like he isn't in her room, but he's back and we can see her like from a distance or whatever. And you see the nurse like, Larissa, wake up for me, Larissa. Cannot breathe for me, because they're bringing her out of the anesthesia. That's why they have to make them recover, because they just be out of it, and they have to at least have them woken up to realize, you're woke now. Okay, and sometimes because they're still woozy, they'll stay asleep. So they just bring them up out of it or whatever. But he watching like, is she dead? Is she dying? What's going on? I'm like, bruh, she's okay. They're waking her up. So they do have him wheel her out and everything. And she looked like, she just had surgery. He puts her in the car and everything. So she, oh my God, I just want to go. Don't touch me. Because he kept trying to touch her face. Like, not her nose, but it's her face in general. And he kept trying to talk to her. She's like, don't touch me. I don't want to talk. Leave me be. Because, again, she's still fresh out of face and tit surgery and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, they like, you can take her home, ice her boobs or whatever. She'll be in pain. So he like, I can't believe how much pain. I'm just in shock at how much pain. I'm like, she had surgery. I just felt like, it wouldn't be a big deal. You didn't watch not nan YouTube video, not nan nothing. You thought cutting open the boobs and nose to be easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. Oh, so you a dumb rich man. Okay, I digress. He posted a picture of his bank statement. He has a few $100,000. Now that don't make him rich by any means, but he's comfortable. I think he may have that money because he don't spend it on nothing else. Because he got them damn lights up in his house. But I digress. And he has a roommate. Anyway, he gets her home, puts her in bed or whatever. And he said, seeing her, looking so much in pain and see how much pain she's in. He's feeding her soup and, calling the doctor like, well, can I give her medicine? I'm like, yes. Give her some pain meds. And don't OD her. Now, don't OD her. But you can like, seeing her like this and how much I have to really take care of her, it made me realize how much I care for her. I mean, I care for my mailman. Don't we go together? I digress. Anyway, that's all we see with her. We won't see her new face until, I guess, next week. But, girl, we don't care that much. Okay, we then have Colt. Okay, Colty was outside working out in the park. He wasn't getting stuff together and everything. He was working out so much, or not a lot, just a little bit or whatnot, that he was literally puking, like violently throwing up in the. I'm like, is it something he ate? Like, do we have to see that? I was just so disgusted. He meets up with a friend of his named Steve. Somebody else he met while divorcing Larissa. He met so many people while getting divorced. I have never seen a grown man meet so many people to become friends with while he's divorcing his Brazilian wife or whatever. Anyway, Steve feel like, Colt is, a good person or whatever. But he needs to figure himself out. He needs to know who he is on the inside, okay? Because he has a lot of self-destructive behavior that he needs to work through. So Steve is who we should have been talking to instead of talking to Jess or Vanessa. He needs to say, hey, Colt, get shit together, okay? Now he brings up how, him and Jess is broken up, him and Vanessa's moved out. He says, so I'm alone now. It's just me and my mama. And then Steve, like, I feel like, you need to kind of calm down sometimes. Like, let me teach you how to calm yourself when you're feeling, too much is going on, okay? I want you to stop, close your eyes. I want you to breathe and just relax, okay? And Colt, I want you to count to 10. And he's like, 1, 2, or no time, no, 10, 9, no, slower. 10, 9, 8, 7. And he's just counting backwards or whatever. I'm I'm like, Colt, calm the fuck down or whatever. But again, he teaches him like when you feel overwhelmed, just count to 10 backwards or whatever. Real so like, and to kind of bring you back down. I'm like, okay, cool. I do that sometimes too. I count to 10. I don't count backwards. Anyway, he also brings up how you need to focus on yourself because you have started dating people too soon. Because he brings up how he started dating just 3 months after divorcing Larissa. Like, it's like the ladies always have an issue with your mom. Like, do you think that's some kind of, what I'm saying, thing to deal with? You're like, well, yeah, I do need to take more, I need to take charge more and making sure that to create boundaries between me and my mom because I feel like I know she wants the best for me, okay? But she needs to stop getting involved in my relationships or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And that was really it. But Colt and this man started playing like catch with the football. The way Colt yelped when the man was about to run at him to get the ball. Colt. That was very gruesome. It was just like, do you have balls? Colt may not have balls. Anyway, we then have Michael and Angela. I have a few pictures from their wedding, and my commentary will be done through these photos, okay? That's her in her wedding dress, okay? I like her hair. The dress wasn't bad. I hated the bra. It looked like she has huge nipples that she covered up with like tea filters. Okay. So, but the dress itself was fine. That's the expensive ass bouquet. And that's what it was. Okay. We then had him in his tacky ass suits. I don't like suits of this color. I would not have minded if the inside vest was that color, but these remind me of just tacky ass prom suits in the late 80s, and I didn't like it. The suit fit fine. I just hated the color, just hated the color. Now we do see, was it Aunt Tina or was it Mama now? Okay, your Mama sitting there front row, looking all sharp, okay, looking all dressed, and we see the other woman looking like, what is going on here? What are we here? What is he doing? Why is he marrying that white woman? Okay, why do we have to come here on a hot day and our Sunday's best for this bullshit? Okay, they don't look too happy. I mean, no one looks happy to be there, really, except for Michael and Angela. But that's neither here nor there, okay? We then see his auntie. Okay, she there too, looking all snazzy, okay? Because she like, I'm going to be on the TV show. Now, she brings up how, he is not my child, okay? So I cannot make decisions for him. I asked him, Michael, is it what you want? And he said yes. So I am here to support him and what he wants, okay? I have nothing to do with it, and that is it. Okay, so she's like, he happy, so I'm happy. It is what it is and whatnot. Now, we do see the I think this is his brother sitting next to her. Anyway, we do see the magistrate, comes in, bringing up how, no one can, have more than one wife. And if he does, he will go to jail for 5 years to have a fine of this and whatever. They get married. Okay, we see her white woman friend, and we see Angela with a face of, I told y'all I would marry him, but will he ever get to America? We don't know. Michael's real name is Kadeen, or Caden. Michael is less than me. I'm like, his last name is less than me. He married a woman who's a girl. Anyway, her name, of course, is Angela Kadeen. They get married, girl. They do little vows or whatever. And when it gets to the part of them saying like love and obey, she's like, obey who? Obey what? And she laughed. I'm looking like it wasn't funny or whatever. But, she really said that she will obey him and whatnot. And now they married. Okay. And they have a whole reception, okay, around here. And they was in red, okay. And she said, I am a queen. I'm like, you was a white woman in Nigeria telling these black women who are queens that you are a queen. I would have just took out a kneecap. Look, quick little run through of a kneecap or whatever. But I digress. Okay, but anyway, I'm a queen and he is my king. So she wore a crown. So she gave him a crown. It wasn't this red hat. It wasn't a red pimp hat. But she had a crown for him to wear or whatever. I'm looking like, girl, I don't care. Now, we still don't know if his visa would even ever be approved or whatnot. Okay, what we do know is his people say, he looks happy. It was mama. His mama said, he wants this. He looks happy, so I'm happy and I wish him all the happiness in the world. Was a white woman in American country. Girl, it was what it was. We do see her friend who there the next day, like at dinner or whatever, asked him, well, are you gonna stay with her after getting a green card in America, after you've been here for 2 years? He's like, well, yeah, she's my wife. I love her. I'm like, look, even if he stayed 2 years and 5 days, at whatever point he chooses to leave Angela, he has the right to do so because she is a crazy bitch, okay? Anyway, but again, he seems happy. She seems happy. I don't like it, but it ain't my life, okay? We then see, like, the following day or later on that night, after the day after the wedding, her daughter called her and say that the mama is unresponsive. The ambulance is there, so she's freaking out or whatever. The mom is then put in ICU. Angela can't get the flight home, like, at that very moment or whatever, and so she worried her mama may die before she can make it back to the States. Look, I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Her mama was on her last leg before she left. And if it was me, I would have waited. But that's me. Okay, anyway, next up we have Liz and Andrei. Okay, and this is their wedding because it's their wedding day. Now, even though she brings up how she's still thinking about the whole talk that her and Andrei had, and him admitting to being a corrupt cop back in the day. He stopped being a corrupt cop or whatever. He moved out of the country. She don't like that he lied to her and did not fully disclose the whole thing. However, she still married him, okay? And then we see him at the brother house or whatever saying to his brother and his best friend, my secrets are my secrets. Him saying, I will keep them my secrets. And the brother and the friend saying, we will always back up you with your secrets. Meaning it's some other shit that happened in life and he ain't gonna talk about. I'm looking like I don't really care. So that's her secret having a husband. They have this ceremony at this church or whatever, and they're both dressed in traditional Moldovan garb or whatever. The priest came up, put the rings on them. He then put some crowns on their heads and kissed the ring. They had to kiss the crowns. They then tied a scarf around their hands and walked around the table a couple times, and then signed some certificate or whatever. Kissed the cross and boom, they married. Okay. The church was amazingly nice looking and everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind her outfit. I like her shoes. But I think it was a cute outfit nonetheless or whatnot. They then have the traditional. Is it this picture? Oh, this is the one. I liked her makeup. It was simple but cute. Okay, he looked like he may beat somebody later on, but I ain't gonna do that. But they then had their reception, and the reception was where all her daddy money went. Okay, it was a huge spectacle. Okay, and I feel like the wedding was really for him. Her family was not involved at all. It was really him and his bridesmaid and his groom. I don't know, but it was his stuff more than hers or whatever. And he kept on, now that we had this wedding, now we're married. No, y'all been married. Like, don't act like that or whatnot. And so the sisters say she feel like Andrei wanted this big wedding because he wanted people to feel like he's in America and he's made all this money. But he's broke. Her father paid for this or whatnot. They had a few performers. It was a lot. But we see everyone gets drunk, has a good time. Now the food was a lot of lunch meat and olives, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing looked cooked. I would not have been happy with that. I need some fried chicken, maybe a pork chop, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some sirloin steak, something. I need some cooked meats that's a bit brown and a little bit of pickle. But I could not do like the lunch meat of it all. And then, give me a baked potato. Okay, some collard greens. Okay, little pound cake. Okay, little brownie with a little walnut. I don't know, but it's something besides lunch meat and olives and greenery. Okay, anyway, well, at least that's all I saw. So we do see they do the whole this like breaking the bread thing where they had like a big loaf of bread being danced around by people. Ah, bread, bread, bread. Ah, bread, bread, bread. And the thing was, they danced around or whatever, and then Andrei and Elizabeth had to break it apart, and whoever broke the bigger piece off would be the one who ruled the family. It literally broke in half. And I'm like, well, his half belonged to her because his half belonged to her daddy because he don't do shit. But I digress, okay? Now, the whole time, they're all having a great time. You know, her mom and stepfather, her dad and her sister, you know, his family, everyone's having fun. Charlie, the brother, was too. However, Charlie was drinking all night. It must have been an unlimited, open bar, because he's drunk. And then they're doing like the toast or whatever. Now they had all these dancers, all these speakers or whatever who were speaking in Moldovan or whatever. And it's a good time being had by all. And Charlie said, I'ma speak my piece. I'ma say it. That's gonna be it. And the dad was like, Charlie, don't do it. Like, leave it alone. Like, we having a good time or whatever. So I don't know, people say they stuff with this little speech. And then we see Chuck gets up to say, you know, how, what did he say? I lost it. Oh, first asshole Charlie seen him saying my dad has 7 kids, okay? He has 7 kids, and, you know, he's never done all of this for us, okay? So why are you doing this for Andrei? I'm looking like he said this for his daughter who's married to Andrei, so I digress. But I mean, I get what Charlie means, but he has this misplaced anger still, because it ain't your money anyway, okay? Anyway, so her dad then, so, you know, we had a great time. Y'all showed us so much, you know, love here, and we had a good time here, whatever. And I want you to know that, you know, you're a part of our family now, Andrei, and we love you too. It was a great time had by all. And here comes Drunk Charlie. Drunk Charlie literally fought his daddy for the mic. I mean, like, get it here, okay? And they like, please don't do it. And I think the only reason people didn't freak out because his people don't fully speak English, so they may not know all of what Charlie said. But Charlie, like, you know, you need to get your shit together. You know, stop living off my dad in America. You know, enough of the bullshit. You know, don't ask my dad for shit. And I'm like, and the whole time you see Andrei look pissed, Liz looks pissed. Her sister was like, and she's like recording the whole thing because you had to record that shit. But everyone who speaks English looks completely like, oh shit. And you can tell the other people who don't speak English didn't know what he really said or whatever. And, you know, I think they don't know curse words in English. So, I mean, it was bad. It was really, really bad. And then, you know, he like, I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck him up, Liz, because again, it was embarrassing. It was completely embarrassing. Even though the dad had said earlier, like, even though this is a great thing, we have not forgot how he treated us. He still felt like this was a great occasion and we have to love him because he's our family now. Now, even though her mama ain't shit, because her mama said, you know, being here, I thought it would be a town of poor people, you know, in poverty. But it's the opposite. So even though her mama said some bullshit, her brother was the worst. Okay, the worst. And then at that point, Charlie still dancing around like he had a local time. Now Charlie was dancing, and then Andrei walked up like, Charlie, come on, let's go talk. Let's go outside. And they go outside. Now, the end of this section. Girl, someone need to beat Charlie's ass. Andrei would beat his ass, and they're gonna be fine by me. And lastly, Kalani and Asuelu. Okay, so it's been a few weeks since they've been home from the whole crazy thing and whatnot. And Asuelu's mom and 2 sisters are coming to town for a visit to come to Utah. Okay, he says how since they have been to therapy, whatever, things have gotten better. But he wants his family to apologize to Kalani for things they said to her and saying how they should be divorced or whatever. Now, his crazy ass mama, okay, you know, like, I need him to send me money, okay, and that's what all that matters. I'm not here for Kalani, I'm here for my son because I need money from him. His mama ain't shit. Not shit at all. Okay. And we see the hotel, because he took them to the hotel. The mama and the one sister, the other, the toxic Tammy ass wasn't here yet. She was coming in later. But at the hotel, he asked his mom, like, why would you tell Kalani that you want me to go back to Samoa? And she said, because you won't give me money. She is preventing you from giving me money. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to be able to stand up on your own 2 feet on your own and give me money. Okay, I want the monies or whatever. He like, oh, so you don't love your grandkid? Like, you don't love my children? You want me to leave my kids? Like, you need to fully apologize to her for what you said. And as he's talking, she's like shaking her head. And he's like, no, don't shake your head. No, don't shake your head. No, you have to say sorry. You know what I'm saying? The mom, like, she put, the mama then said, oh, okay, I get it now. So in your mind, son, your wife is before me? I see now, See, that's why you should get divorced. I'm looking like you want your son to divorce his wife because he won't give you money. It was so stupid. Okay, now she brings up how she feels like if Kalani thinks Asuelu would divorce her, that may make her be a better wife to him, and then allow him to give them money. I'm looking like you little conniving little thick girl. I cannot. He like, Mom, I don't want any drama from you. I don't hear any stupid things. You know what I'm saying? When we are together, you have to be calm. Do not be angry. He was finally getting what Kalani was saying about them and her. So he's fully on his wife's side, as he should the fuck be, okay? Now at the restaurant where Kalani and her people are, whatever, the dad is like, I'm just wondering why or how they expect us to pay for stuff. Like, I don't really get it. He says in some own way, it is to help your family back home, but it's not to forget about your own family that you have now. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. And he said, I would have never given back to my people, before taking care of you kids. Like, that's just not how it is or whatnot. And that's not how it's gonna go. And so in the car ride on the way to the restaurant, Asuelu is talking to Tammy. Like, Kalani did not do anything to us, to y'all, to me, so y'all owe her an apology. Toxic ass Tammy. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. All I did was stand up for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't owe her an apology or whatever. And I feel like, she's the reason that Asuelu won't send us money. They keep blaming her because he can't afford to send them money. They can't send you what they don't have. He don't have no money, bitch. Okay? Toxic Tammy. Anyway, he like, if you love me as your brother, sister, okay, you know what I'm saying, you will do this because I am sick of being in the middle. Toxic ass Tammy ain't gonna do shit. Anyway, when they all get together, okay, it's friendly at first. They walk in and hug and whatnot, and they sit down and they look around, you know what I'm saying, and kind of like, I just feel like I deserve an apology for how y'all just basically like disrespected me and whatnot. And then his mom and toxic ass Tammy, because other sisters deaf, she doesn't talk. They both say how, well, you don't want to get you don't want him to give us money. You know what I'm saying, you don't want my son to do, it's dumb. You know what I'm saying, my son is weak and he needs to be more like Tammy because Tammy supports me and she backs me up. I'm looking like, bitch, what? Kalani is just listening to them bring up how, you know what I'm saying, we didn't disrespect you. You have your own thoughts and we just don't like it. I'm like, that's not, girl, it was so frustrating seeing how his mom and sister are fucking delusional, okay? So toxic Tammy saying, our culture, we have to send money to our parents. It does not matter, if we're crying, if we're sick, if we're dead. You can't send money if you're dead. Okay, you just can't. Anyway, but, we have to send money. And I feel like Kalani's the reason that he won't do it. Her mom then say, so you feel like, when you don't get what you want, you blame Kalani. Like, that's all her fault. That's not fair. Tammy said, well, yes, that's exactly how I feel. I'm like, but do you not get how dumb you sound? She said, we asked for $1,000. Okay, but you only gave us 100. That's bullshit. And he was like, we can't send you what we don't have. The mama then said, you live in America now. You need to send me more money. I'm like, we have to be getting punked. They have to. They have to be acting. They can't be this batshit crazy. Both Kalani and Kalina like, we can't give you what we don't have. Lisa, who was her mom, said, so you expect them to fight and fuss and, not be happy just so that you can get more money? Tammy then says, why are you asking my mom any questions? She's like, Tammy, I ain't talking to you. Why? Butt out. I'm talking to your mom. And it's at that point, they all kind of start fussing a little bit. And then, Kalani's like, I just don't want anyone fighting. And then the dad then says, look, everybody calm down. We don't need everybody getting all riled up. It's not going to help anything. Okay, calm down. You know what I'm saying? And then Asuelu tells his mom, like, look, you need to respect what I say. And I'm telling you, I can't send you what I don't have. And if you can't accept my decision, I will cancel any money I have going back to Samoa. I would exit out. Okay? And she starts saying, no, you know what? This whole conversation is wrong. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. I don't want to lose my son. I will ask for money. And if you can't send it, I would just accept it. I would accept, what you say you can send. That's all they've been saying the whole time. Not that they can't send you any money. They can't send you $1,000 every time you want. That's a lot. Well, he has a part-time goddamn job or whatever. His mom then apologizes to Kalani for how she acted, how, all the stuff or whatever. Kalani says it back. I'm sorry, too. Blah. Tammy, toxic ass, fuck all that shit. I said what I said. I don't like Kalani. I ain't saying shit. I hope they divorce. I'm looking like, well, that over there, let her evil ass be over there. Okay, I don't like it. And so nothing was really resolved, so to speak. The mama just understand that he ain't leaving his wife. He not, you gonna get what I give you. And that's it. And that's how I went out. I'm looking like, somebody needed to just trip Tammy ass down some stairs into a pillow. Of course, one want to get hurt, but trip her down some hard stairs. But at the bottom, it's a pillow, so she'll be sore. But okay. Anyway, that was it. Gotta go.